Today I would like to share with you the one subject or set of resources that I am really excited to teach this coming school year. Hi everyone, welcome to our homeschool table. My name is Jerilyn. I'm a homeschooling mom of 3 kids ages 11, 4, and 2, and I like to share here all about what we're doing in our homeschool. So I hope that you will subscribe and stick around. Today's video is part of a collaboration with Davene from Calm in the Chaos Homeschool and Shawna from Homegrown Homeschool. So check out the playlist that I will link down below in the description box so that you can see what all of the other moms are sharing and what subjects or resources that they are really excited to teach in their homeschools. So let's go ahead and just jump right in. I am really excited to teach the Burgess Bird Book for Children by Thornton Burgess. Back when I first started researching homeschool curriculum and styles of teaching and things like that, I was really drawn to the Charlotte Mason method, which incorporates subjects like poetry, nature study, folk songs, hymns, picture study, composer study, poetry. Did I say that already? And just a lot of beautiful subjects that maybe aren't typically in a school program. I've been collecting some resources over the last few years that I have been using for nature study. Most recently, we were using the Christian Liberty nature readers, and we really enjoyed those. I have a video about that I will link up in the cards for you. But over the last year or so, I have collected a few new nature books, being the Burgess books. I have the Bird Book, the Seashore Book, and the Animal Book at this point. And so I have some resources that we're going to be using along with this book to kind of go along with it. And we're going to be doing this 2 days a week. So we're going to do this during our mini morning time on Tuesdays and Fridays. At least that's my plan for right now. We actually already started this in our second week of easing into our school year. So let me go ahead and just show you what we're going to be doing. So first, let me just explain a little bit about this book. So these are books that are written in a narrative style, very much a living book if you are into Charlotte Mason homeschooling. So you are learning about the different types of birds through the story. And there are some pictures. They're all in black and white, but they're very short chapters. And this particular book has 45 chapters. And the thing that I really like about this book is that at the very beginning in the contents, you'll see here that underneath each of the chapter titles, it will tell you which birds you are going to be learning about that chapter. Originally, I was going to do 1 chapter per week and use it over the whole school year plus a few weeks into our summer next year. But when we only did this one time, the first week that we were doing it, my daughter was like, I want to do the bird book again. Like, can't we do it twice a week? And so then I kind of decided that we would go through this a little bit quicker. So that is kind of my plan for now. We're going to do this twice a week, once on Tuesdays and once on Fridays. And I have some resources that go along with this to kind of keep our hands busy while we're listening and to just be able to understand a little bit more about the different birds. So the first thing that I wanted to share with you are these really cute little bird cards. And I have a few of them out already because we've already done the first 2 chapters. So this is the little picture of House Wren. Her name's Jenny in the story. And we have Song Sparrow and English Sparrow. Now these bird cards were sent to me by Sherry over at Our Life Homeschooling. If you haven't checked out her channel or you haven't been on her website, please go ahead and check out the description box below because I have it linked down there for you. But she has been creating different things for homeschool families. She is a very Charlotte Mason style homeschooler as well. And so she created these bird cards. So there's a set in her PDF that has the actual name of each bird on the card, but then she also has a set that does not have the actual name of the bird. It just has the picture. But one of the reasons why I really like these is because since we are not very familiar with birds and what they look like and things like that, I thought it would be nice to kind of know what they look like, the colors that they have, the way that their bodies are shaped and things like that. So I think they'll be really helpful for us. And so I have two other things that kind of go along with that. The next one is from notebookingpages.com. I've probably talked about this a few times in the recent past because I really like notebookingpages.com, and I am an affiliate with their company. So check out the description below for my affiliate link with that. It's no extra cost to you. It just supports my channel. But they have so many different types of notebooking pages on their website. And once you have a membership, it's a lifetime membership. So you only pay once, and then you have that forever and can access it for as many kids as you want. You just go on and you print off the different things that you want to use for your homeschool. There are things like art and music study, lots of nature study topics, history, language arts, just so many different options for notebooking pages. So I highly recommend going there and checking that out if you've never been there before. But what I went and looked for, I just typed in the word sparrow because we will be learning about lots of different types of sparrows. And there are, I think, 5 or 6 different ones that we will actually be using from the Burgess Bird Book that they had pages for. So when you open the file for each bird, there's like 15 different pages that you can use. I just chose 2 because otherwise it would be a little overwhelming. But I chose to do a coloring page for the first side. And then on the back side, there's a spot for my daughter to write and draw if she wants. So she could use the bird card to draw her version on here, or maybe label certain things or draw a scene from the story. And then while she's listening to me read, she can just color the page if she wants to. And I normally do just 1 per day. So in one chapter, I'll pick 1 bird to print out. And then from the next chapter, I'll print out 1 more bird instead of doing every single one, because that would be overwhelming. I think there's 83 total. So we're going to spread it out. So the last resource that I want to share with you is the Peterson Field Guide Coloring Book. And this is recommended on Sherry's website. So this is the bird book, and it has tons and tons. I think it's over 250 birds. These are just stickers that you can look at what the bird is supposed to look like, which is cool. And it'll show you the coloring and all of that stuff. And then at the beginning of the book, there's a little diagram of the topography of a bird, as well as some introduction material. And then this is what the actual coloring pages look like. So there's each bird and their name. And then on some of the pages, it'll show you the female and the male and how they look different. And then it will give you a little information about each bird. So I really like this book. And what we've been doing so far is I have just made a photocopy of the page. I make 3 copies, 1 for each kid. And we cut them out the first day, but then afterward, I kind of thought we'll just keep them like this and they can use them kind of however they want to. But the cool part is that every few pages or so, there's a scene. Can you see that? So this is the pond scene. There's a marsh scene and a seashore scene. And then it'll tell you which types of birds are in the scene by having their number next to them. So that's kind of cool. But this is just a great resource if you want a little bit extra. And I bought this before I remembered that I should go check out notebookingpages.com. So I probably should have done that first, but they're all great resources and I definitely plan to keep using them. So this is something that I'm going to prepare in advance during my teacher planning days that I have planned to do the week before each new term or quarter that we're doing. So I will have all of these printed out and ready to go for the 9 weeks so that I don't have to worry about it when it comes to actually teaching the lessons. Well, I think that about wraps up everything that I have to share about the Burgess Bird Book and all of the resources that we're going to be using this school year. Don't forget to click that subscribe button so you don't miss my future videos, and stick around because I do homeschool updates and things, usually on a monthly basis, sometimes just per term, but Stay tuned for hearing how all of this goes. So far, we've done 1 week of this, and we are really liking it, and I hope that it continues to go really well. Thank you to Davene from Calm in the Chaos Homeschool and Shawna from Homegrown Homeschool for hosting this collaboration all about what we're looking forward to the most this school year. And head down to the collaboration playlist so that you can see what everybody else is sharing. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today at Our Homeschool Table, and we'll see you next time.